I executed the plan of which I spoke yesterday. After completing my entry for yesterday, I waited outside until the sun began to sink below the horizon. As I expected, the villagers made a mad dash for their homes. Oh, but were they stupid in their haste. I noted one couple who were so panicked that they couldn't even climb their steps correctly. It was just a big show of stupidity. In fact, if I had been in any other situation than the one I was in, I would have been extremely amused. As it was, I had to act fast. I wasn't sure how long it would be before the perpetrators of deceit would strike again, and I wanted everyone inside as quickly as possible. Now that I reflect on what I did, I don't know why I would have thought that the magicians couldn't just break out of my plan. My lack of rational thought these last few days has become something of a concern to me. I think it's the lack of sleep. It must be. Anyhow, my plan was to place stone barriers in front of every door to entrap the villagers inside. It seems a nasty thing to do, but I fear that the safety of this village depends on drastic measures. These villagers are too senseless to help themselves. My task completed, I began to patrol the village, looking for anything unusual. I finally figured out what the bone-rattling noises are. I heard them last night, and could clearly see their source. It was a skeleton, walking and carrying a bow and arrow. After exchanging a few knocks, I managed to defeat this vile creature just as a massive spider tried to pounce upon me. A few swipes with my sword, and the filthy thing was dead. Those were the only mysterious things which I saw that night, and a few hours later, I returned to my hut via a tunnel and fell asleep almost instantly. This morning wasn't so bad. When I woke up, my first thoughts were of the happenings outside my hut. Not daring to let the villager, who I had kindly allowed to stay the night, out through the door, I dug under my walls, but the stupid guy followed me. I had to seal him off in the tunnel. He's got air, so I have no worries about him suffocating. The village was pretty silent. My curiosity got the better of me, and I decided to look in on the monster which I had penned up yesterday. To my consternation, he was gone. I hurriedly opened the door and was surprised to see two of them inside. I shot one and managed to get his attention. To my surprise, he didn't quite look like the other green men running around. This one was slightly shorter, and instead of the big eyes, he had little beady black eyes. They weren't at all like the ones I had seen glare so malevolently at me 2 nights ago. Disturbed by this peculiarity, I decided to question the villager about it. I find this hard to admit, even in my journal. It was actually more of an interrogation than a questioning. At first, I tried to take the soft approach and simply asked politely what was going on. The villager didn't even deign to reply. He just looked at me dumbly. This infuriated me, and I pulled out my sword. "Tell me what is going on," I yelled in his face. This got his attention. I'll tell, but not today. Don't hurt me, please." Just about that time, I heard a noise outside, so I had to go. Not trusting the villager to run out the door, when I opened it, I hurriedly dug under his house and out to the road, sealing the tunnel behind me. It turned out the noise was nothing, and I noticed that the sun was starting to set. I've decided to let the villager sleep tonight and question him in the morning. I shall sleep myself in a few minutes.